Hey there, yogis. Welcome to Zen Balance Yoga and Meditation. My name is Kristen, and welcome to part 3 of our Elemental Yin series, where we'll be exploring the Earth elements. If you do enjoy practicing with props, they are not essential in this class, but if you do want them for comfort, go ahead and grab your bolster, your yoga blocks, cushions, blanket, whatever you need to be at your most comfortable during this class. And once you grab those, go ahead and come to a comfortable seat on your mat. And you can rest your hands wherever they land naturally. And we'll begin by just noticing our breath. There's no need to change anything just yet. We're just observing where we're at this moment. And feel free to close down your eyes here or just soften your gaze over the tip of your nose. And now together, let's take a long, slow, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth, nice and slow. And let's do that a few more times together. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. 2 more times on your own, at your own pace. And now settle into a steady breath rhythm. And while you relax and breathe here, I will describe what we'll be diving into today. So this week, we are exploring the earth element, the energetic space of grounding, nourishment, and emotional digestion. And in traditional Chinese medicine, earth governs the stomach and spleen meridians. When those are balanced, we feel centered and supported. And when they're out of balance, we might feel worry, anxiety, or scattered energy. So this class is going to help you to settle, release tension in your front body and inner legs, and it will allow you to reconnect with your inner support system. Now, as you breathe, we'll start to imagine a warm golden light gathering at your center. This is the energy of Earth. This energy is steady, reliable, and supportive. Continue to visualize this light gathering at your center. Steady breaths in through your nose, out through your nose or mouth. Relax your shoulders down your back. Unclench your jaw. And from this grounded place that we have created and cultivated, we'll gently move into our first shape. Bring the soles of your feet together. Our first pose is going to be butterfly, but we're going to start with some somatic movement. Just some gentle movement to stimulate the spine, get your energy flowing. So with the soles of your feet together and your knees falling open wide, your hands can rest on your feet or your ankles, whichever you prefer. And we're going to start with some seated cat-cow from this position. When you inhale, you're going to lift your heart, look up, arching your spine. Exhale to round into your back. Lean back, chin towards your chest. Continue with this movement with your breath. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, round into your spine. Rock with your breath for about another 30 seconds. And you can take this movement as fast or as slow as you'd like. And now maybe even explore some gentle sways. Barrel rolling your chest. Getting your shoulders into this movement. Make this be organic, fluid, delicious. And when you're ready, go ahead and begin to fold forward, moving slowly, allowing your spine to cascade down naturally. You can round into your spine here. Rest your forearms on blocks if you're practicing with props, or your elbows can rest on your thighs, melting forward. And stay here, breathing into your belly, softening into your inner legs. Feel the pull of gravity connecting you to the earth. Maybe close down your eyes. Awareness to your breath. And remember, with each pose, only go down as far as your breath is deep. If you notice that your breath is getting choppy, let off, back out of the pose a bit, and adjust your body as needed for your practice today, to meet you where you are today. And this is your last 30 seconds here in butterfly. Slowly begin to roll yourself back up to an upright seat. Pause for just a moment. Noticing the effects in your body after that first yin pose. And now fold your legs in so that your knees are bent in front of you. Lean back onto your hands. You can arch your back here, just releasing your spine after that fold. And then slowly begin to windshield wiper your legs back and forth, side to side. And we will move from here into a wide-kneed child's pose. So making your way to the back of your mat, take your time getting there. Bring your knees out wide to the side edges of your mat, and your big toes are going to touch. Walk your torso between your thighs, resting your forehead onto your mat. Your arms can stretch forward if you prefer, or they can also wrap around your legs behind you. This is your practice, so whatever position that you want your arms to be in, that's going to be the most comfortable for you. You can play around with both options to see what brings you maximum comfort level and adjust accordingly. And then once you found your position, sink your weight down into your hips. Hips are resting on your heels. Let the earth hold you here. Let go of needing to do or fix. Just breathe and be. Awareness to your deep belly breaths. Relax your entire body into the mat. Let go of resistance. Surrender. Breathe and be still. This is your last 30 seconds in child's pose. Very slowly begin to walk yourself back to an upright seat, kneeling on your mat. And we'll come to a tabletop position where we'll move through some more organic, fluid, somatic movement. So this is free form movement here. I will give you some options that you can explore with your body. You can choose to begin some linear cat-cow, inhaling to arch your back, look up, drop your belly. Exhale to round into your spine, chin towards your chest. You can stay with this linear movement, or you can begin to barrel roll your spine, leaning into your side body. Or you can choose some hip circles here, making these as large and expansive as you like. Whatever movement you choose, just let it feel good in your body. You can bend into your elbows and get your shoulders into this movement. Allow your head and neck to just follow along with your movement. Continue to breathe deeply as you move your body. And now we will move into our next yin pose. So slow your movement down, coming back to a tabletop position with a neutral spine. And our next yin pose is going to be dragon. So from here, from tabletop, we will step your left foot forward. Your back knee is going to be down onto the mat. And your hands can be positioned either on the inside of your left leg, or if this is just too much for you, you can come into a standard low lunge position if you'd prefer, with your hands on either side of your left foot. You can also bring your hands up to the top of your thigh if you prefer, if you think this might be more comfortable for you today. And ease into this pose. Let your hips drop. Let go of any holding, any tension, any tightness. Breathe. Breathe deeply into any sensations that you're feeling. And you should feel a nice stretch, nice deep stretch here along the front of your right thigh. maybe even a little bit on the outer hip area. And now you can stay here in your dragon, or you can add a twist by placing your hand onto the inner, your left hand onto your inner left thigh, with your right hand resting onto the mat. And you can slide your left foot out wider and then open the knee out to the side. This is going to be your winged dragon. And if you're seeking a little more sensation, you can turn this into a quad stretch by reaching back for your back foot. Now, this is your practice. Whatever feels best in your body. I am merely a guide offering you a few options to make this practice as best or as good as it can be for you today. There's no right or wrong. And wherever you are, maybe close down the eyes if that feels good. Focus on your breath. Focus on allowing the hips to drop further. Let gravity pull you deeper into the pose. And today you can either choose to be still in whatever version of dragon that you chose, or you can bring a little movement, maybe rocking from side to side. And we have about 1 more minute left in this pose on this side. And this is your final 30 seconds. And now for a quick counter stretch before we move over to the right side. If you had that quad stretch going, go ahead and drop your back knee to the ground, your back leg to the ground. And shift your hips back towards your heels, straightening into your left leg. Flex the toes up to the ceiling. And we'll stay here for about 5 breaths. Deep belly breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. And now lunge forward and come back to your tabletop position. And we'll move to the other side. Step your right foot forward into a low lunge. Back knee is down onto the mat. Ease into your dragon, letting your hips drop down. Breathe deep. And whatever variation you'd like that you chose on the left, preferably choose this option for the right as well, just to even things out. Hands can be placed on the inside of your right foot or to either side. You can ease that right foot over to the far right edge of your mat. Maybe you'll take winged dragon. Opening your knee out to the side, rolling onto the outer edge of your right foot. Or maybe you'll take that quad stretch, reaching back for your back foot, pulling your foot toward your glutes. Whichever variation you choose, remember to allow gravity to take you deeper. No forcing or pulling, pushing. Allow your body to be soft. Maybe close down your eyes. And either enjoy your stillness here or begin some gentle movement, rocking from side to side. No right or wrong. Whatever feels best in your body today. And this is your last 30 seconds in Dragon. Gently and slowly begin to ease your way back into your half monkey pose, sinking your hips back towards your heels. Work towards straightening into your right leg. Flex the toes up, and we'll stay here for 5 deep breaths. Lunge yourself forward. And we'll make our way to our backs for a quick rebound. This is our halfway point through our practice today. So making your way to lie down onto your back. Extend your legs long, or you can have your knees bent and resting against each other, knocked in. Your hands can rest on your belly or at your sides with your palms face up. And as you relax here on your back, just feel, notice, and let your body process what you've just experienced. No effort, just earth holding you here. Your breath is natural. And of course, you can feel free to close down your eyes or just soften your gaze, whichever you prefer. Allow your body to be completely relaxed here, letting go of all effort. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. Rolling to one side. Bring yourself up to a tabletop position, hands and knees. And we're going to come into a sleeping swan from here. So when you're ready, go ahead and bring your right knee right behind your right wrist. Your shin is going to be facing the top of your mat. And it doesn't have to be completely parallel to the front of the mat. I know mine never is. Your heel can be as close to your groin as you'd like. You're going to stretch your back leg behind you, extending it long onto the mat. And this is your pigeon pose here. And try to level out the hips by drawing the left hip down toward the mat. And when you're ready, you can either just begin to fold forward over your front leg, or you can also add some gentle waves before you settle into stillness, rippling your chest up and down over your front leg. Breathe deeply down into your hips and belly. And you should feel a very deep stretch along the outer hip, along the outer right hip. And if this position is just too intense for you, you can also feel free to take a reclined figure four pose, where you'll be making your way to your back and you'll cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh, interlace your fingers behind your left thigh, and draw your legs into your chest. You won't be cheated if you take the figure four pose. Both of these, you'll gain the same benefit from either stretch. And wherever you are, do your best to relax into this pose. Try not to resist or clench, tighten your body. Try to be as soft as you can. And where you might feel some resistance bubbling up, just do your best to breathe deeply into it, letting that resistance go. And this is your final 30 seconds on this side. Very, very slowly begin to make your way out of your sleeping swan. So if you were folded forward, go ahead and rise back up. And you can feel free to push into your hands here and stretch that right leg out behind you. Stretching into the back of your right leg. And now come back to your tabletop position. If you are in reclined figure 4, you can stay on your back here and move to the other side. So you would be crossing your left leg, your left ankle over the top of your right thigh. Interlace your fingers behind your right thigh and draw everything into your chest. Otherwise, if you are moving along with me, we're taking Sleeping Swan on the left side. So ease your left knee up to the back of your left hand. And your left shin is going to be down onto the mat, pretty much on a diagonal from your right knee. And your heel can be as close to or as far away from your groin as is comfortable for you today. Your right leg is extended behind you. And before you fold in, try to level out your hips here as best you can by drawing the right side hip down towards the mat until you feel like your hips are at an even level. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, begin to fold forward over your left leg. And you can place a cushion under your left hip if you feel like it's elevated pretty high off the mat here. Whatever's going to bring you the most comfort, adjust accordingly. And again, you can add those gentle somatic waves with your chest here. You can rock your hips from side to side before moving into stillness. And wherever you are, focus on breathing into the sensations. Focus on softening your body into the mat. Letting go of any gripping. Just breathe. And this is your final 30 seconds. And if you are on your back, go ahead and bring your both knees into your chest, releasing your figure four. If you are in sleeping swan, ease your way out very slowly. And again, feel free to stretch your left leg back behind you, releasing the back of your leg. And we are all going to meet back into a tabletop position. If you were on your back, take your time getting there. No rush. Our next yin pose will be frog pose. Now for this pose, you might want some support. So if you have a bolster or a pillow nearby, go ahead and grab your support for extra comfort. And from your hands and knees position, begin to walk your knees out wide. Bring your ankles roughly in line with your knees. Your feet are going to be flexed. And your inner calves and thighs are going to be in contact with the mat. You're going to lower down very slowly to your forearms or a bolster. And the chest can stay lifted, or you can choose to melt forward. And you're going to let gravity gently stretch the inner thighs and groin. Stay connected to your breath, breathing deep into the sensations that you're feeling. And you might notice that sensation builds slowly. Try your best not to fidget or resist. Just breathe deeply into it. If at any point this pose feels too intense, draw the knees a little closer, or you can always support yourself with props if needed. And wherever you are, let the earth hold your weight here and really feel into that sense of surrender. It is totally okay if your inner thighs aren't in total contact with the mat. I know this is a very intense stretch. So if you need to come out of the pose, there's no worries there. You can always come into a wide-kneed child's pose as an alternative, and getting the same benefit as frog pose. And this is your final 30 seconds in frog. Moving slowly, begin to press into your hands. Draw your knees in toward one another. And come to lie down on your back for a quick some counter movement before we move into our next yin pose. So making your way to lie down onto your back, have your knees bent and your feet are going to be as wide as your mat. And we're going to just gently drop the knees from side to side like windshield wipers. Just like we did at the beginning of the class, except we're reclined. Letting your hips and your inner legs unwind a bit. And you can even pause on each side for a few breaths if you'd like, whatever feels good in your body. We're just moving slowly and releasing any residual tension. And I wanted to add this counter movement here because we are coming into yet another inner leg stretch with our next yin pose, which is Dragonfly. So when you're ready, go ahead and roll to one side and come up to a seat with your legs wide. And it doesn't have to be a very large V shape. It can be your feet can be closer together, whatever is most comfortable for you today. And we'll begin to just gently sway from side to side, swaying toward one leg and then the other. Maybe even side bending toward one leg and then the other. Just allow this movement to be nice, slow, and fluid, organic. And let this movement feel good. Maybe even begin with some torso circles, leaning forward between your legs, circling around. And if you're choosing to do those circles with me, go ahead and reverse your circles. And eventually, we're going to be coming into a forward fold or just resting at center. So when you're ready, if you choose to fold forward, allow your spine to be tall, seated upright. Puff out your chest. Take a deep breath in. And slowly begin to fold forward between your legs. Let your body decide what it needs today. So if that's just resting at center and seated upright with your legs wide, that's totally okay. You might feel sensations in the inner legs or belly. Just breathe through them. Only folding forward if you chose that option, as far as your breath is deep. And you can choose to rest onto your forearms when you reach your edge. Allow your legs to be soft. You do not have to flex your feet here. Let go of any gripping, any tension. Allowing gravity to pull you deeper toward the earth. And if you feel at any point that you need to come out a little bit out of the pose, feel free to do so. Please listen to your body. And this is your final 30 seconds in Dragonfly. Very gently, bring your legs toward one another. If you are folded forward, go ahead and rise up. Bring your legs toward one another. Bend your legs in front of you. Squeeze yourself into a tight little ball. Give yourself a hug. Maybe sway from side to side. And our next yin pose, we will be on our backs. So when you're ready, go ahead and make your way there. And this is going to be our final yin pose for our practice before our savasana. And it will be happy baby. So lying on your back, knees are bent. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Knees are wide apart. And you're going to be pulling your knees down toward your armpits. So the soles of your feet are facing the ceiling. This pose is also called a dead bug. So that's a lot what we look like here, a bug on our backs. And try not to be forceful with this pose. There's no need to forcefully pull your knees down towards your armpits. Just be gentle with this pose. Be soft. And you can even invite some playfulness by rocking from side to side. Even in this grounded practice, playfulness is totally fine and encouraged even. Listen to your body and feed it what it desires. This is your final 30 seconds in Happy Baby. Go ahead and release your grip on your feet and draw your knees into your chest. And we're going to roll to one side with our knees bent into our chest in a cozy fetal position. And this is our fetal curl. And we're just pausing here for about a minute, just feeling what it's like to fully yield to gravity. No holding, no striving. And you can close down your eyes here if that feels right. Continue to breathe deeply here in your fetal curl. And now roll yourself onto your back once more. Then we're going to settle into our savasana. So extend your legs long out onto your mat, or you can rest a bolster under your knees for extra comfort. You can even have your knees just knocking in toward one another, whichever you prefer. Whatever will bring you the most comfort, the most relaxation. Maybe place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Feet splayed out. You can also just relax your arms by your sides with your palms face up. And as you relax yourself into your savasana, gently bring your attention to your center. Option to close down your eyes here if that feels good, or just soften your gaze, just dimming the light around you. And imagine that soft golden light glowing in your belly. That same light that we were visualizing at the beginning of our practice. This golden energy is nourishing, stable, and full of life. It connects you to the earth beneath you and to your own power to support and care for yourself. Feel it expanding outward, anchoring you in the present. And let this earth element remind you, you are held. You are enough. You are home. Let your breath be natural here. Just rest in your stillness. And I'll be back to guide you back in just a few moments. Start to deepen your breath, slowly waking your body up. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Let your body move however it needs to. maybe a yawning stretch. And when you're ready, make your way to a comfortable seat, rolling to one side. Coming up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it out with a sigh out of your mouth. Bring your hands to prayer, a prayer position. Gently bowing in gratitude to yourself for taking time out for yourself for this practice. And I thank you, all of you, so much for joining me today for this Earth Element Yin practice. I hope that you're feeling more grounded, nourished, and centered from the inside out. And if you guys enjoyed this practice, give it a thumbs up so I know that you liked it. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss the next class in the Elemental Yin series, where we'll be diving into the water element. So let me know in the comments how this one felt in your body. I love hearing from you guys. And until next time, take care, stay grounded, and be kind to yourself. Namaste, yogis.